Hello hockey fans, and thanks for joining us. You are watching Inside the WCHA. I'm Ryan Phelps. Find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our YouTube channel as well. And for live game coverage, check out flowhockey.tv. There you can sign up for monthly or season passes. Last week, the Mavericks leapfrogged the Huskies to take a 1-point lead in the standings. They were followed by the Falcons, Lakers, Wildcats, Beavers, and Nanooks, with the Bulldogs, Chargers, and Seawolves trying to work their way up. And two of them did. That picture would change drastically after a wild weekend. Perhaps the best matchup took place at the Madhouse on Mercer. Third-ranked Minnesota State at number 12 Bowling Green. On Friday, the Falcons were down one and they would explode. Connor Ford scored 2 power play goals. Brandon Cruz broke the 1-1 tie with the game winner 4.5 minutes into the final stanza, also on the power play. Stephen Bayless added an empty net goal, while Ryan Bednard made 26 saves for the Falcons. On Saturday, Bowling Green wasn't messing around as they jumped out to a 2-0 lead at the end of 20 minutes and never looked back, completing a second straight 4-1 win and the sweep. Freshman defenseman Tim Theocharidis opened the scoring before CRAGGS gave the Falcons a 3-0 lead with back-to-back goals. And Taylor Schneider also found himself on the score sheet. Bednard was again solid for the Falcons in net, turning aside 22 of 23 shots. That would open the door for Michigan Tech to regain the conference points lead as they hosted Alabama Huntsville, who was led by sophomore goaltender MARC SINCLAIR, and he was simply sensational, turning aside 39 shots in a 1-0 road shutout victory. Sinclair's 39-save effort marked the most by a Charger in a shutout since Scott Monroe in, get this, 2005. Freshman blue liner Bailey Newton recorded his first collegiate point, scoring the game's lone goal midway through the first. On Saturday, Sinclair was again fantastic with 35 saves. Freshman Jack Jeffers scored in the first period to give the Chargers another early lead, but Tech battled back to force overtime with rookie Tommy Peratino's goal late in the third, and Grayson Reitmeyer scored 1:11 into OT to lift the Huskies to a 2-1 win, earning them 3 points and a home split. Northern Michigan trying to bounce back after last weekend's emotional split with Tech. They hosted Ferris State, who would score first, but the Wildcats responded with 4 unanswered goals by Troy Loggins, Grant Loven, Denver Pierce, and Luke Bolton. A week after scoring his first ever goal, NMU netminder Atte Tovanen assisted on Pierce's power play tally while making 18 saves for the win. On Saturday, the Wildcats came out clawing, netting 3 first-period goals by Griffin Logran, Tony Bretzman, and Adam Rockwood. The Bulldogs would pull within 1 before Joseph Nardi added an insurance goal on the power play in the second to secure a 4-2 win and a sweep in front of the home crowd. Our final stop takes us to Bemidji, with Alaska Anchorage in town looking for their first conference win of the season. And they started strong, scoring just 2.5 minutes into the first, but the Beavers scored the game's final 5 goals to win 5-1. Adam Brady tied the contest with a first-period power play goal before senior defenseman Dylan Eichstedt put the Beavers on top to stay in the second period with his first collegiate game-winning goal. Aaron Miller scored twice in the third, while freshman forward Ross Armour had a career-high 3 assists. On Saturday, the Seawolves finally broke through. Charlie Combs continued his tear for Bemidji State, scoring his 7th goal in 6 games to give the Beavers a 1-0 lead, but UAA responded with David Trinkberger's goal early in the second, and that was it through 60 minutes. Senior forward Jeremiah Lukey took the stretch pass, scored on a breakaway 3:21 into overtime to send the Seawolves into the holiday break with a 2-1 victory, their first WCHA win of the season. Lake Superior State would also defeat the U.S. under-18 team in an exhibition earlier in the week. So big wins for Tech and Bowling Green would change the standings quite a bit. The Huskies are back on top with 29 points. Bowling Green is 1 point back, then the Mavericks and Wildcats. The Beavers and Lakers have 19 points each, followed by the Nanooks, Chargers, Bulldogs, and the Seawolves are climbing their way up. It's Christmas break time, so everyone is off until December 28th. Minnesota State plays Minnesota Duluth in the Desert Hockey Classic in Arizona. They'll also take on either Clarkson or ASU. Alabama Huntsville will play Vermont and Northeastern in the Catamount Cup. Traditional series include Ferris State at Minnesota, Anchorage at Omaha, and Bemidji State is at Air Force. And of course the big one, the Great Lakes Invitational with Michigan Tech, Lake Superior State, Michigan, and Michigan State. And as usual, we'll finish up with our weekly awards. Our forward of the week is LUKAS CRAGGS of Bowling Green, who celebrated his 100th collegiate game in style, scoring a pair of goals on Saturday, including the game winner to help now number 9 Bowling Green complete a WCHA home sweep of then number 3 Minnesota State. Our defenseman of the week is BEAULIEU from Northern Michigan. He tied for the WCHA scoring lead among defensemen with 3 points, while tying for tops among all league skaters with 3 assists and a +4 rating during Northern Michigan's sweep of Ferris State. Our goalie of the week, no surprise here, MARC SINCLAIR from Alabama Huntsville, who was outstanding all weekend for the Chargers, leading the nation with 74 saves and ranking second with a WCHA best 97.4 save percentage as the Chargers earned a road split at league-leading Michigan Tech. His 39 saves were the most by a Charger in a shutout since Scott Monroe also had 39 stops against Robert Morris back on February 26th of 2005. And our rookie of the week is ARMOUR from Bemidji State, who tied for the WCHA rookie scoring lead with 3 points and paced the league's first-year skaters with a +3 rating, helping Bemidji State to a league split with Alaska Anchorage. Remember to look us up on our various social media sites, and for live game coverage, check out flowhockey.tv, where you can sign up for monthly or season passes. Well, from all of us here at the WCHA, have a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you back here again after the new year. Enjoy the holiday tournaments. You've been watching Inside the WCHA. I'm Ryan Phelps.